sawa.
Vipi?
Yeah, kuna hii group yenye ilikuwa imefunguliwa na Mayani ya contribution towards my father-in-law burial, eh? I think the admin of that group is really misbehaving, especially mwenye anahold hiyo namba ya Mayani.
So
ameongeza contact list zote za watu wa Mayani, including the subscribers from abroad, eh?
Exactly.
Now some people like hiyo jina ulikuwa umeniambia bado naona imekuwa mentioned, eh? Ana contact the subscribers direct.
Okay.
Ana contact direct. So
okay.
That is something like a scamming sasa. Because hata mimi naona watu wenye maongezo hapa ni wengi. Leo kwanza wameongezwa watu wengi sana. So
yeah. By the way, yes. I saw that problem and I addressed it to Mugesi and I asked Mugesi, yes, who has used Mayani's phone to add people, yes, to the group of the father-in-law.
Yes.
And I proposed it and Mugesi told me maybe Mayani was the one who added them before he died. And I told about, no, I never saw them.
You see, people that have been added today.
Oh, and it's the whole contact. And it's the whole contact.
Now, guys, wonders never cease, you know. Even in funerals, people are trying, you know, to get their hands on something extra. People are trying to come up with ways and means to fill their pockets. People are trying to do things behind other people's backs. People are just being funny. Maybe, maybe not. We are going to find out, guys, because there is something that has happened at the village, at the funeral, and this is raising questions. It is raising concerns. And even somebody, you know, spoke to Gintu about this, and they brought out the same words, SCAM. You know, and this person was very concerned, telling Gintu that please style up because this is some sort of scamming. This is gonna cause problems. Gintu, sort this out. Guys, before we get to that, let me just address something. Something that I have seen. Somebody told me, somebody directed me to the video of Auntie Yami, the latest video that she has done, talking about some hater. By the way, who is she fighting with? Who is she is fighting with some faceless, I think somebody she claims to be hiding. I don't know if it's Mr. Fruit's money or somebody else. He calls himself what nowadays? Kamamara, whatever. Guys, nowadays I don't even follow up on so many things on the streets. Anyways, she is fighting with somebody, you know, and that's you know, none of my business. And so what I captured from this whole thing is that first of all, she has stopped reacting on Marwa Nish. That I think we had already seen, you know, because for a long time she has not been reacting. And I figure that she is the one who was trying to tell Piggy Mouth to also stop reacting on Marwa Nish. So remember even the video they did together when Piggy Mouth came to say that she has stopped reacting on Marwa's Nish. She is better than everybody else. She does better there. And then she came back to lick her own vomit. Yeah, they did it together with Auntie Yami. So my what I got from this whole video is actually something that she said about Rocio. And I remembered, you know, when she said that, I remembered quickly that indeed she had spoken about Rocio, guys. Auntie Yami, for this one, you know, I have to say that, yes, I remember this. Auntie Yami came out to warn the world. And I remember, you know, all of us getting agitated and saying that, oh, this woman, she is just being mean. She is bitter because she was, she didn't get what she was looking for in Yabohanse. And, you know, she came out to say that Rocio is self-centered, that she's mean, she's selfish. She is the one who's going to bring Marwa down, something like that, guys. And I remember it causing a lot of hula baloo on the streets. Now that she said that, and now considering what is happening, also incorporating what Rocio has said in her videos, guys. You know, Rocio has come out to say and to admit a lot of stuff that she was doing, and this clearly tells me that she was not the kind of person that maybe we thought she was. Guys, so incorporating all these factors, I must say that Auntie Yami had some point, about the character of Rocio. And also, the reason why I'm saying this is because one of you also called me the day Rocio made the announcement, the big announcement about the breakup on the internet. I remember one of you called me, from one of the Southern African countries. I'm not going to name which one because I don't want people knowing who you are. So you called me and you told me that you met Marwa and Rocio and that Rocio was not, to you, she was not at par, and you said that when they left, you felt sorry for Marwa. And you are like, oh no, I don't think this woman is going to stay with Marwa. I don't think this woman is the right person for Marwa. Because you said, just being with them for a short while, what you observed was that Rocio was bossy, Rocio was sort of controlling, Rocio was sort of, selfish, self-centered and all this stuff. And so because of you telling me that and also remembering what Auntie Yami said and what Rocio has come out to say in her videos, then I must conclude that indeed Rocio, her character was a bit wanting when she was in Kenya at the villa with her man. And, I honestly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I honestly wish her well. And I want to believe that if indeed it's true that she has become a Christian, if she has found Jesus, then that's a very good thing, guys, because I am a Christian. I'm not going to judge her. I'm not going to say, oh, she's pretending. I'm not going to say, oh, she's doing this for donations. I'm not going to say all this. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Guys, she said some things and I was like, boom, that is it. She said, since she found Jesus, she is at peace, guys, because Jesus is the Prince of Peace. And guys, I normally say this, many, many times. I'm MORAA, I love peace, and anywhere where there's peace, I am there. But if you bring conflict, of course, I'm going to bring you conflict back and then I go back to peace. Guys, all I'm just saying is that, Rocio has admitted that she was who she was, but also said that she has changed and she is striving to change even further. But one thing I don't understand is she said that if God commands her to remove the tattoo, that's when she's going to remove it. So you're waiting for God to come and command you? Guys, when you are doing the right thing, you feel it within yourself. Your conscience tells you this is right, this is wrong. So if you have joined Christianity, Rocio, and if it's, you can feel that conviction within yourself that this snake is wrong, you don't have to wait for God to command you to remove it. You just do it, so that you can remain with that peace within yourself and, so that you can be feeling good about yourself. Guys, I don't know what you all think about that. But like I said, I am not going to judge Rocio. I'm not going to condemn her about her new changed faith. I'm going to say congratulations, Rocio. Thank you and congratulations for finding Jesus. And one other thing I must say, guys, is that I believe that congrats, mom, her prayers must have played a big role in this. So also congratulations, congrats, mom, because I know that your prayers for your son, for your daughter-in-law or ex-daughter-in-law or whatever, your prayers are what has contributed to this whole change. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Oh, I just remembered, maybe I should add this. Auntie Yami said that Rocio is actually the one who caused her to leave the villa and go to live at Uncle Mo's place. Remember, when she came with goodies and all this nice stuff at Marwa's villa, the rich auntie from the UK, and she said that actually Rocio asked Marwa, is she going to live here or something like that? And she felt like that was off. And that is when she decided to go and live at Uncle Mo's place. So I remember Auntie Yami coming out to say that Rocio is not a people person. you know. And even this friend of mine from one of the Southern African countries who met Rocio and Marwa, you also told me the same thing, you know. And so that is why I tend to believe that, you know, Rocio has to work on that. But guys, we have our own different personalities, you know. However, we just have to learn how to associate with people, you know, just be able to, you know, live with people, you know. So guys, I have seen a video by Mayugno where he has come out to talk about the fallen YouTuber in the village, only Mayani. And he came out to pay tribute to him, saying how they used to work in the villa together with Mogesi and Ernesto and all these other people. And he was Mayugno's handman. And so Mayugno was remembering, you know, this, you know, what used to happen together. And he was talking about there is no enmity in the village. He said that all YouTubers, you know, despite of what goes on the screens when we see this village reactors coming out to insult people left, right, and center. Mayugno says that, you know what, this is just for the camera, but in the real sense, things are different on the ground. People say hi to each other, people eat together. You know, we have heard this before, guys. We have had incidents where we have been told that these people actually say that, you know, don't worry, that was just content, you know. And I remember one time Ernesto doing a video, and he was so angry at, I think it was Gintu. Yeah, he was so angry, and he was saying that he has to deal with this person, and because this person insulted the mother and also insulted the father and insulted, you know, the whole family. You know, I think it was this time of Ombasa. So I remember Ernesto coming out to say that when he went to talk to this person, I think it was Gintu, guys. I'm not sure if it was Gintu or Mogesi. Somebody was talking about his family. And this person was like, don't worry, that is just content. And I was like, hey, you know, content. Oh, yeah, I've remembered, guys. It was Masubo Zero. It was Masubo Zero who came out to say that, you know, Mayugno and Ombasa's mother, you know, had something going on. And this did not sit well with Ernesto. And Ernesto came out very angry, and he was like, somebody cannot be coming out here to insult my mother. And he even said that when he went to confront this guy said, don't worry, Ernesto, it is just content. And I remember doing a video saying that even if it's content, guys, people should have boundaries. You cannot insult my mother in that manner for, you know, as content. No. It cannot happen. And that is why, guys, I also say that sometimes this lazy gang, they go overboard, you know. Some things that they say about Marwa's family, Marwa's mother, and, you know, just the whole family, it's crazy. You cannot tell me that is content. You cannot tell me that is entertainment. Like 𝐷𝐿 came out here to say, you know, they cannot make us believe that kind of nonsense. No way, guys. You know. So Mayugno came out to tell us this, that people in the village are friends. They get along just fine. And we should not be cheated by the cameras, you know. However, guys, Mayugno spoke about something, you know, and this something is very disturbing. Mayugno actually said that there are people who called him, guys. People actually called him to ask him if it is his elder brother, you know, who did that do, you know, or who was involved in it. Guys, we all know who people mean by when they say his elder brother. He means that people called him to ask him, or is it to tell him that it is Marwa who was involved in this demise of only Mayani. And guys, I'm thinking, how bad mind can people be? How crazy can people be? How sick can people be? I mean, guys, can anybody, you know, be this stupid? Can anybody just be sitting down and believing that everything and anything that happens in Nyabohanse is Marwa's fault? I mean, how, guys? Even if you're the most stupid person on earth, how can you believe that every single thing, guys, even the act of God? Remember when there was the hailstones? It is because of, they have to connect it somehow to Marwa and family. That's why I say, guys, this is the kind of bad mind situations that we should stop. You know, and now people coming out to say MORAA is laughing at Mayani's death, and yet we are the ones who are out here always telling them to remember that they are human beings and to treat others that they are human beings. Guys, don't I say that all the time? Don't I say that people should realize that they are flesh and blood and that they should treat others as they would want to be treated? Oh my God, please, guys, you know. And so somebody or people called Mayugno to actually ask him some sort of stupid question like that. Let us listen to Mayugno, you know, telling us about it.
You know, imagine someone calling me at night and they start asking me, Mayugno, is it your brother has done this to this guy? I say, like, these people are mad, you know, like, people are crazy. Someone is because, trust me, if could not be this our big brother, nobody was know YouTube. And I can say Nyaboanse still have humble people. You can abuse someone, talk shit about someone, but they still forgive you and they give you another opportunity to see your life. But in real life, when we meet, you find people are friendly, people greeting each other. Nobody is the enemy with anyone. Trust.
Well, after watching Mayugno's video, I came across Gintu's video, and Gintu was saying the opposite. As a matter of fact, Gintu was coming out claiming that there are people who are causing conflict, who are laughing, who are making fun of the whole funeral. He came out talking about today it is me, tomorrow it is them. People are saying that Gintu is next. And, you know, talking about Marwa's team, you know, you can tell by how he was saying it. Talking about people who are feeling bad that they belong to a different team. And now they are saying that this is karma. They are saying that this is happening for a reason because they were coming after Marwa. And people are now saying that Gintu is going to follow suit. Gintu came out, guns blazing, attacking left, right, and center, you know, saying that people are not being nice, you know, and that a group, a section of people who come from another camp, of course, meaning Team Marwa once again, that these people passed by with a motorbike and they were laughing and everything. And guys, you know, when I heard that, I was like, really? Guys, maybe these YouTubers were just, you know, passing along the road and they so happened to be near Mayani's place and maybe they were talking about other things and they happened to be laughing. Guys, it is funny how people are coming out with this laughing issue. Because, guys, that just reminds me. Somebody just called me, you know, while I was recording this video at the beginning. And since this person is a very close friend of mine, you know, this person is one of you, but also a very close friend of mine. This person, I had to listen to what they wanted to say. And in the middle of our conversation, this person says, have you heard on the streets, people are saying that you are very insensitive, MORAA. You are laughing at Mayani's death. You are making fun of it. You are very, very insensitive. And I was like, oh my God. You know, that MORAA, you did a video. You know, you were laughing. And I was like, what? Hey, guys, I remember, you know, in the beginning of that video that I did on Mayani, I said, death is not something that you can wish your worst enemy. And I even said a few things here and there. Guys, you know what? I'm not even going to justify anything. I'm not going to defend myself. All I'm just going to say is this, you know, let God in heaven judge me, you know, because guys, this is absurd. So back to Gintu. Gintu was talking about how people passed by, you know, with a motorbike and they were laughing. And so he started to say a lot of stuff. And I know that maybe he also means people on the internet talking, you know, about how, you know, guys, just a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking, I thought Mayugno said that all YouTubers in the village are one. I thought Mayugno said that there's no conflict. Why is Gintu speaking as though there's so much conflict in the village? Why is Gintu speaking as though this death has brought, you know, confusion and has brought some sort of people butting heads? Why is Gintu portraying this whole thing like this? Guys, I want you all to listen to Gintu and then you tell me, you know, what you hear. Because you have just listened to Mayugno. who has come out to say that everything is peaceful, you know. And you can tell by, because he was there. Mayugno went there to pay his tribute. He went to the funeral. He has come out to talk about this issue. Even him, he is not happy. In fact, he was saying that young men and women should not die in this manner. Now, Gintu, on the other side, he is using this to come and beat chest, you know, to come and settle scores, to come and respond to people. Gintu, at this particular time, you know, Mayani being your best friend, I feel like you should be really focused on just the issues of the burial, the funeral arrangements, and all this. I mean, this thing of starting to throw words at people, because, guys, during funerals, you will hear a lot of stuff. People will talk a lot, in the villages especially. So you cannot base stuff on that, and then you come out here and do a video trying to do content, you know. And guys, I remember, you know, also condemning Gay on that particular day that Mayani died. I condemned him because I felt like he came out to use that moment for content. You know, there is a way somebody can come out with a video, but there's a way you can just see this is somebody who wants to take advantage and make some money out of this whole situation. Anyways, guys, let us listen to Gay.
I always have my intelligence, and I will say as a fact, and there's no hiding. This is the fact. There are a section of YouTubers who call them the minions of a different position group. And they were seen. I know them in terms of names. I know them in terms of faces. They were talking rubbish and nonsense. And this is the fact. What was being spoken, they are talking about, oh, you know, these YouTubers, because they went on themselves to another place and they started doing their own things to another section because they are not in our minion, or our boss told them they will not go far. Because already I have the data and I have got the people who are just talking such kind of the nonsense, let them be given a warning. And I'm giving a warning one-on-one, and I'll never repeat it. If a person is a man enough and thinks about, they will think about whatever you are linking a death of somebody to a stupid thing because they are enjoying it. Yes, I know. There are some of the things that you can laugh onto, and there are some of the things that you have to understand how it is. And this death is crying to their doors. It's coming. It's not only like it's Mayani. There are people who are going to be receiving these deaths, and I'm promising it's going to be coming. Let them think about, oh, Mayani has died. They are so celebrating. I saw some of the YouTubers passing here through a motorbike, and they reached there, they were laughing. They are talking about, oh, they were not supporting our boss, or our boss told them they will not go anywhere. Don't link the deaths to the stupid things that they don't understand. And the people who are talking shit like that, they're the people who doesn't even understand how Nyabuhansi it was formed and how things are. Do anybody know the history about why Gintu left the stupid minions and I joined my own self to be independent rather than backing and also licking people's buttocks at behind?
Gintu, everybody knows you are fired. You know, you did not quit. You are fired. If you hadn't been fired, you would have still been licking people's behinds, you know, up to this moment. Who are you lying to? Huh? Does anybody know how Gintu left and blah, blah, blah? You did not leave. You were fired. And if you hadn't been fired, you would have been still licking those people's behinds up to this minute. Oh, yes. Guys, so Gintu went on to talk about, trying to bring land issues, trying to bring politics into this whole funeral. He is just making a whole story out of it. He wants to create content, like I said. He wants to talk about things that are neither here nor there, And guys, I also saw people coming out to say that Congrats dad, wanted this land of Mayani, and others even came out to say it is Marwa who wanted the land of Mayani. It's Congrats dad who had bought the land. Remember, when he had a court case and he had to sell a portion of his land so that he can do the case. There's a doctor, somebody who is a doctor, who is the one who bought that land. And this doctor is actually the one who took him to hospital in his car. So people have been ashamed. Those people coming out to yap things that they don't know. That it's Conrad's dad who had bought this land and they are finishing him so that they can have the land. Guys, people talk and talk and talk. And sometimes when you listen, you're like, oh my God. But guys, like I'm saying to Gintu right now, you know, I feel like he should not be out here responding to people and doing all these videos at this particular time. He is supposed to be focusing on the arrangements and everything. Guys, it is crazy. You know, let us listen to Gintu bringing out politics into this whole thing, trying to talk about land, even mentioning Conrad's dad in the mix. Guys.
And I can remember there's so many people intimidating him, including for him to say, I'm going to be signing a contract or assisting the conduct to have some of the soil there. It was in a habitat like he saw, like people are targeting him. And the land was to be a problem. But at the moment, I'm going to be speaking to this kind of the video, people to quote me directly. Better we die for a better tomorrow. He has died, people knowing their land belongs to them. He has died, people knowing he can make it. And he has died knowing it's better to be independent, even if you're going to be broke but independent, but you're going to be independent who is the richest person, than siphoning and also getting from people's behind. Oh, where are you moving to? And you're from people's behind and you think about you're going to be making it. Failures. Let us see, because they are talking about, oh, they were told they will not go anywhere. We are waiting for it. Let them wait, because now they're talking about it's now the time for Gintu. Let them wait for it. And before it gets to Gintu, it's going to be coming for you. And that's the reality. Whoever going to be taking it to the bank, get it back to them and tell them it's their time.
Now, guys, judging by what Gintu was saying, you know, and also he was seen talking to Mayani's father, you know, briefly. I feel like a lot of customs is going to be involved in this funeral, you know, and that is not a surprise, because Koreans have a lot of customs, you know. And this lady, apparently Mayani's wife, has to be paid for dowry, you know, before Mayani is buried. That is, if she will remain as the wife. And this explains, guys, why somebody like Percy cannot get married, you know, again. It is because when dowry has been paid and you're a wife, even if your husband dies, you remain there in that homestead. Because I know people, you know, in my family whose husbands, you know, died when they, you know, they were young wives. And what happens is that because they had been paid for dowry, they will stay in the homestead and they can get more children. And don't ask me how, and the husband is dead. So they are allowed to get more children, but still they will stick in the home, because the name of this person has to be, it has to continue, you know. And so we are going to see a lot of these customs coming up, because I had Gintu and Mayani's father talking about that. And a house has to be built as well, guys. You know, a house has to be built in order for Mayani to be buried, because apparently he had no house. The house that he was staying in is, they're saying, is the stepmother's house or something like that. Guys, anyways, like I said, we are going to see a lot of these customs come up. And one thing I can say is that some of these customs from the Korea people are similar to customs in my my tribe as well. And so I am seeing similarities, a lot of similarities going on. Now, guys, let us talk about, you know, this issue of the scam, you know, going on. Somebody, guys, took Mayani's phone and started to add people in a WhatsApp group that Mayani had created before. Remember, guys, 2 weeks ago, guys, this is so bad. 2 weeks ago, Mayani's father-in-law passed on. So he had created a WhatsApp group and had started to invite his friends. You know, he had already done his thing. Now, after his death, somebody has taken his phone and now is adding other people, you know, on that same WhatsApp group, and even contacting the international subscribers directly. Somebody called Gintu by the name of Max, and I think it's that Maxwell guy. I believe it's that Maxwell guy. He called Gintu and was telling Gintu that things are not good, that Gintu should look into that. They should stop whatever is going on because that is going to amount to a scam. You know, I'm not the one saying it. That Max said it himself in this clip that I'm going to play, guys. He said that somebody is adding people on this particular day after Mayani has died. And he is adding them to a group that Mayani had already created. So what is the intention of this person? You know, and why is this person contacting these subscribers directly? So I don't know if this person does not realize that this is a different group, you know. I don't know if this person wanted to use this same group and then change the title of the group to become Mayani's Funeral Arrangement Group. I don't know if this person is doing this intentionally. I don't know if this person wants to benefit this. Guys, let us listen, you know, to this. And then you let me know, you know. Let me know if this is intentional. Let me know if this is something that somebody is just, it was, you know, somebody trying to fuse the two groups so that the people who were in the other group also can, you know, instead of creating a new group. Let me know, guys. Let us listen to this.
Hey, vipi?
Yeah, kuna hii group yenye ilikuwa imefunguliwa na Mayani ya contribution towards my father-in-law burial, I think the admin of that group is really misbehaving, especially mwenye anahold hiyo namba ya Mayani. Ameongeza contact list zote za watu wa Mayani, including the subscribers from abroad.
Exactly.
Now some people like hiyo jina ulikuwa umeniambia bado naona imekuwa mentioned. Ana contact the subscribers direct.
Okay.
Ana contact direct. So okay. That is something like a scamming sasa. Because hata mimi naona watu wenye maongezo hapa ni wengi. Leo kwanza wameongezwa watu wengi sana. So
yeah. By the way, yes. I saw that problem and I addressed it to Mogesi, and I asked Mogesi, yes, who has used Mayani's phone to add people, yes, to the group of the father-in-law.
Yes.
And I proposed it, and Mogesi told me maybe it was Mayani was the one who added them before he died. And I told about, no, I never saw them.
You see, people that have been added today.
Oh, and it's the whole contact. And it's the whole contact. I saw it.
The whole contact list. Kila mtu ako hapo ndani. So I'm like, okay, I can see, okay, contact, hata nikwambie kuna hawa maana ni admin, Anesto, can handle this, kick kila mtu out, push kila mtu out, alafu akimaliza fungio group.
Exactly.
Alafu hiyo simu mwenye ako na simu ya Mayani anafanya anganyo because huyu mtu ndio anaharibu sasa mambo.
Thank you.
Because mimi subscriber amenipigia kuniambia kwani kuna group imekwaje nimeongezwa ndani. Sasa mimi nimemwambia taziko aware. Kuangalia pia mimi hata namba imeongezwa. Ni namba yangu ya Airtel niko hapo. Ile ni Mayani na title ni contribution towards my father-in-law burial. Not even Mayani's burial.
Okay.
Yes, just work on that,
Okay, I'm working.
After Anesto, uchukue hiyo simu yake then kick tu kila mtu out. Hata hiyo namba ya Mayani naona iko active, Kick everybody out.
Thank you.
Mwambia asifunge group alafu atoke, because akifunga group atoke itapatia tag mtu mwingine kama admin, unaona?
Oh,
itapatia admin kwa mwingine alafu group itabaki. Lakini akikick kila mtu out, kwanza kile anafaa kufanya atoe hawa watu wawili kama admin. Only Mayani na Village Echo watolewe kama admin.
Okay.
Wakishatolewa akick kila mtu out, sasa itakuwa vizuri.
Okay. Point taken. As you have heard about, also there's a problem whenever it comes to the scenario about the Mayani's father-in-law. When they created a group, there's somebody who has added much of the people to the group, the whole contact list, and we're going to be sorting it out whenever it comes to that kind of the relevancy.
So guys, the person who has called Gintu is telling Gintu that subscribers have called him, asking him why they have been added to a group of Mayani's father-in-law's burial preparations. you know. So these subscribers are asking, what is going on? So guys, I really don't understand, you know, why this person did that. But I find it to be really hard to scam anybody at this point, because everybody knows that Mayani is no more. Everybody knows that it is not Mayani who has added them to the group, you know. And I mean, I wonder how this person was thinking. And like I said before, maybe this person tried to create, you know, an extra group out of the group that had already been in existence. You know, he thought of, instead of opening a new group, instead of creating a new group, he decided to use the one that already exists and add other more people, you know, inside there. But guys, you never know how people think, you know. Maybe, you know, some people have their own kind of thinking and they know what they want. So let me know in the comment section, guys. Let me know, do you think this is genuine? Do you think somebody is trying to play some sort of game here? Drop your thoughts, comments, sentiments down in the comment section. If you have not liked this video, please give it a like. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please take your time to hit the subscribe at this moment. Also, turn on the bell notification, because every single time I drop a video, you should be notified. Thank you to all the new subscribers in the house. Thank you to my returning subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to join my membership, please feel free to do so. That is one way of supporting your girl MORAA to grow on this YouTube space. Please join by clicking on the join button. And let us all meet in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter. Don't pay